Hello, 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 YouTube. How are you? Come, 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 come. Join me over here live today. Welcome to our lunch break mindset reset live. So, have you ever noticed that the more you try to prove yourself, the more exhausted you become? Have you ever noticed that? What if burnout is not coming from working hard, but from living a life that was never truly yours? Hmm? So today I want to challenge one belief that quietly keep high achievers stuck because you can receive everyone's applause and you still lose yourself. Hello everyone. I see you guys in the chat over here. But by the end of this conversation, you will understand why real success is not about pushing harder. It's about building a life that actually lasts. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Sinandra, and welcome to the Peach Gorilla channel. I help so many people from different walks of lives, ambitious professionals, and purpose driven leaders transform them inside out by combining neuroscience, mindset, spirituality, and intentional daily habits. Together, we build the awareness, emotional resilience, and sustainable success that allows you to thrive without burnout or sacrificing is what matters most for you. Yes, if that is the kind of life you are building, you are in the right place. So let's dive in. So the question here for today is who is writing your story? Yeah. Imagine your life is a movie. Are you the main character, or have you handed the pen to someone else? Hmm? Maybe this someone else could be your kids, your boss, social media, your family, or past failures. Um, Sometimes I feel like most people hand like the power of their story to other people's expectations. Have you thought about that? And we do all of this without realizing it. Many of us start living for approval instead of purpose. And here is what neuroscience teaches. Your brain is constantly adapting. Every thought you repeat is strengthening a neural pathway. Have you thought about that? Every emotion reinforces the story your brain believes is true. If every day you are telling yourself, I'm behind, I'm not enough, I have to prove myself all the time, eventually your brain begins searching for evidence that confirm those beliefs. But the good news is your brain is not fixed. Through neuroplasticity, it can change, but change starts with what? Awareness, right? We talk about this all the time over here in the channel. The moment you recognize that the script you have been living, the script that has been driving your life, you gain the ability to write a new one. So I want to make a toast over here. Happy Saturday, everyone. This is great news that you can write a new script for your life. So I'm going to do salute to that. And for me, that's where real freedom begins. So I would love to hear from you. What is one expectations you have been carrying that no longer serves you? Let me see over here in the comments. Please share over here in the comments. I see that you have to be perfect all the time. Um, what else? I have to do everything on my own. That's a really belief that you needed to let go because you are never alone. We are always being guided. Um, My value depends on what I achieve. Yes, a lot of people think like that. So reading your experience helped me build conversations that matter. So I'm so glad that you shared, and that you recognize that these beliefs no longer serve you. So congratulations, right? Um, One of the biggest lessons I have learned is that performance and purpose are not the same thing. Performance asks, what will people think? Right? I'm performing, so I have a quota. I work with salespeople. During the day, I serve them with training, enablement. So that is what it is in that corporate America uh, slogan, right? Like, what will people think? Is my boss going to be happy with my performance? In purpose, ask, who am I becoming, right? Throughout what, like think about throughout whatever it is going through in your life, who are you becoming? The world celebrate achievements, corporate America, your jobs, everyone's like, everywhere you go, people are looking for achievements, right? But fulfillment comes from alignment, when your values, your habits, your decisions, and your purpose begin moving in the same direction, then life becomes lighter. When we look at spirituality, I believe every person has unique gifts. No one else can live your purpose. No one else can bring your light into the world on your behalf. And comparison only disconnect us from who we are designed to become. So when you celebrate each other's success, um, it is very empowering and rewarding. But the key is to never abandon your own path trying to copy other people, because there is only one of you and I, right, in the world. No one else have our fingerprints. We are unique. So, in a moment, I will share a simple practice that I use during demanding work days that helps me avoiding running on empty. So, stay with me over here. Um, I think we live in a culture that celebrate hustle, work hard, sleep less, stay busy, always produce more. But our nervous system wasn't designed for constant survival mode. Um, when stress comes chronic, our brain changes. The amygdala stays activated, our cortisol remains elevated, creativity declines, decision making becomes really harder. Relationships, when we are in that going through stressful moments in the survival mode, really suffer. And eventually, our body asks us to stop, and sometimes can be through burnout, sometimes it's through anxiety, sometimes it's through getting sick, illness. So real success is not about intensity, it is about sustainability, right? The people who create lasting impact are not always the fastest. They are the ones who develop the rhythm they can maintain year after year. That is what I call embodiment of growth. Transformation is not something we think about it. It's something we practice every single day. I don't know about you, but I'm still practicing. So here is to practice that change everything. And you may say, really, this is so simple. Yes, it's simple if you do consistently and if you include in your daily practice. So the practice one that I'm going to share with you today, it is pause, breathe, and choose. Okay. So let me share something from my own life over here. As I mentioned with you all the time, I work in a cybersecurity company and I support top performance enterprise sellers and professionals. These are people who spend their days in back to back meetings, presenting to executives, really solving complex problems and making high like stake decisions all the time. So they are pretty much constantly giving their energy. And I have learned something from watching them. And this maybe is related to what kind of job, the job that you do it today. I watch them, and from my own experience, um, you cannot consistently serve other people running on empty. You can't. No amount of productivity can replace a regulated nervous system. So, whenever you notice stress, like you are going to a meeting and you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to deliver all the things, all the stuff that this customer needs. When you sense the stress taking over, I myself practice this. I always guide my clients to do the same. Is just pause, take a slow breath in, exhale slowly, then ask yourself, like just ask yourself, am I reacting from exhaustion or am I responding from my purpose? That take a slow breath, at that little pause, taking a one slow breath in and exhale in this question, that single question shifts everyone back to center. I myself use this every day. I want you to try it this week and come here and tell me. Because remember, one intentional breath activates the thinking part of your brain that creates space between stimulus and reaction. Okay? One conscious breath really can change the direction of your day. The question is not whether stress will come. The question is, do you have a practice? It doesn't need to be the one that I just shared with you, but do you have a practice that helps you recognize when you are running on empty? You know, if you don't, you can return here in this life anytime and practice too. Identify before achievement. So every morning, I ask myself the same question, not from what do I need to accomplish today? No, it's not that question. I ask myself, what do I want to become today? I'm in my bed. I close my eyes. I ask the questions, and I want you to notice the difference. You wake up in the morning and you ask, what do I need to accomplish today? You look at your calendar and you start becoming all anxious. But if you take a deep breath in and start using these simple questions, who do I want to become today? You will feel the difference. Your brain immediately starts research for possibilities instead of pressure. Okay? Then I would recommend for you to continue asking, how would the person that I'm becoming think today? And continue in your bed for, you can do this in 2 minutes. Okay, how would they communicate today? How would they lead their life today? How would they eat, feel, right? How would they respond when something does not go as planned? For example, if you want to become a more present leader, maybe that means putting the phone away during an important conversation instead of multitasking. Have you done that? So maybe it's time like for you to, right? Think about it. Or let's say if you want to become a parent who creates connection instead of reacting, right? It starts with conscious choice. Pause, breathe, and listen before responding. When my teenagers, I have to say something that triggers me, I practice to choose calm and curiosity over judgment. It was always like this, and it is easy to do this. No. Definitely not. The small pause creates a space for understanding instead of jumping on conflict. And over time, the simple shift strengthens our connection, models emotional resilience, and help me become the parent and the person I want to be. These small actions seems insignificant when we are talking about in a life over here, but when you repeat consistently, they literally reshape your brain and how you respond. Lasting transformation does not happen because motivation appears. It happens because identity becomes a daily practice, like everything else in your life. So, if this conversation around mindset, neuroscience, and purposeful growth resonate with you, make sure to subscribe. Every week, I share practical tools to help you grow without burning yourself out. And if you're looking for a personalized support, my one on one coaching is currently open. And if you are ready to build a life and a career that aligns with who you truly are, you'll find the details over here. Look in my chat, and you can just connect with me and my husband team as well. Um, so as you step into your week, I want to leave you with two questions. Are you living from your authentic self or performing for someone else's approval? And are you building a life that you can endure or one that quietly claps under the weight of expectations? That's something to really reflect because we all been in these both places. And I want you to go with your week remembering this. Your life is your stage. No one else can live your purpose. Your greatest competition is not another person or another job. It's becoming the highest version of yourself. So protect your peace, create practices that protects your energy. Learn how to honor your purpose instead of your agenda. Okay, you got to find a balance to be able to honor your agenda and your purpose and continue in your personal development of who you are becoming, because awareness creates choice. Intentional choices creates transformation, and embodied growth creates a life that inspire others, but mostly you. If you enjoyed today's conversation, give a thumbs up to my video over here to my live. It helps YouTube share it with more people who needs this message. So follow me on Instagram for daily mindset tips. And before you leave, watch the next video. I'm going to have another video in the next screen. It will help you continue building a resilient mindset and create success that truly, truly lasts. I see you next Saturday. Thank you. Thank you for watching. All right.